So let's talk about, we're just gonna do a simple rolling Kimura, okay? So what we're gonna do is, just so you can see, so you guys know sometimes it's hard to just step in because he's usually on the defense and he's trying to like get us like that, right? So his legs are usually closed, it's gonna be hard. One easy way is he's usually gonna track us. If he doesn't track us and he just stays put and I start coming here, right, it's too easy to take his back. No one's ever gonna let us take their back like that. But if he goes to follow me, yeah, he had to open his legs a little, right? I came here, look, he keeps opening his legs to keep following me. So when I take that step, now I'm in the middle, okay? What we're gonna do from here, and we'll practice both sides, but first, let's go to this side, all right? Because chances are he's gonna wanna grab. We're gonna roll here. For me, it's a forward roll. I am tucking his head, worst case, and I'm getting ready to put my hand in this pocket. I don't necessarily grab right away because I know where his wrist is at, right? I just need to make sure I at least have one. So when we're here and I start ducking, forward roll, boom, I'm right here. I have his wrist, we're in a T Kimura position, okay? For right now, that's what we're gonna work on, and we're gonna talk about when he wants to like run away from us and how we're gonna start going in to take the back and stuff like that, okay? But right now, I just want you to practice the roll real quick before we do that. So again, he's probably defending, making it hard. I take my step, boom, I'm in. He goes to grab me, because now he realizes he just stepped in my guard. I'm gonna tuck my arm and roll. As I tuck and roll, I reach his wrist, and we're here. Don't roll so hard, guys, that we're like this. This isn't gonna help us any. We're gonna land like in a T position, okay? And then from there, we'll talk about the rest. One last tip, turn this way so they can see. Remember how I tell you guys, lower your legs. Think of it this way. Whoever has control of the elbow is the one that has this Kimura, okay? If it's too loose and I'm like this, I don't have no control. He's gonna get away, he's gonna slip out. I need to have control of his Kimura glued to me, all right? So picture it as, I need his arm as much like a chicken wing, whatever works for you guys. He's talking in the mic, whatever works to make you remember, but I need to keep control of this, his elbow, okay? So we're gonna try that out for a little bit, and then we'll start talking about taking the back, all right? So on 3, 1, 2, again, when we're stepping in, I'm going over his head, all right? I'm not necessarily going this way. You could, I'm just saying, for this drill, so like that we don't hurt ourselves, I'm going over his head. So I rolled, we came, boom, and I'm here, right? A lot of times what ends up happening is he can't go that way. If I'm holding him right, try to go that way, I'm holding him, he can't go, right? So it's probably his only option is to go this way, which is the most common one. What I want you guys to notice is on his right hip, when he tries to run away, you're gonna see an opening, right? So try to go right there. There's a gap from his hip to the floor, right? Now if I don't react, Daniel comes up and I lose my position, right? But what I'm gonna do is, as he's going that way, I know that little space is gonna be there. All I do is I just swing my legs. So you see like how I'm kind of like concaved on my back? I can swing it in. My knee goes in. You got a couple options. If you're swung good enough and you're flexible enough, you can go over the shoulder, okay? If he's defending it real good and I can't get the shoulder, I can get the hip, all right? Like I have one hook. We can bring him over, we have our back, and immediately I have to secure the seatbelt. Being here in this position, he's gonna get away from us. He's gonna get his back to the mat, and we're losing him, okay? So when we have him here, guys, immediately, boom. So now we have our seatbelt, and it's harder for him to turn out, all right? Go back in the T position. Let's talk about if we go over his shoulder, all right? I want you guys to do both, all right? We're here, he goes to roll away from me. I swung in, and I went over his shoulder, all right? If I'm over his shoulder, my heel, I push down, and I sit up, okay? I sit up. We already have one arm trapped. I can bring this one around, and we can go for an arm lock. The good part about this one, guys, is the fact that I'm over his shoulders and I have his arm, can you run away that way? Nope. Can you come in towards me? Nope. So if I don't have control of his shoulders, try to like turn into me, he'll start coming up, right? So I need my thigh to be over his shoulder, okay? And now we can start going for our arm lock, right? You guys, we did this last week. We can go from here and start doing triangles, right? We were doing this same position last week, right? So we're gonna try two things out. We're here, he rolls towards me, I swing in. If I see his arm tucked, don't tuck your arm in, and I know I can't get over it, I'm gonna go for the hip. We're gonna bring him around the seat belt of the hook, okay? If we're in T position, he's running away from me, and his arm isn't tucked, and I can get over his shoulder, I'm gonna dig with my heel. We're gonna come up, bring this leg over, I'm gonna sit back, go for an arm lock, okay? All right, guys, let's try it on three.
Can I say that one more time, please?
Of course. We're here, he's running away, I swing and I have my knee in, his arm is up, so I'm gonna try to trap it, okay? I'm over his shoulder. I dig with my heel, sit up. I take that leg out here, I bring it over, almost like if I close the guard on him. I come, we go for an arm lock, okay? If he rolls away from me, but I see that arm is tucked, so now I can't trap that arm, right? I'm gonna go for his hip. As I'm bringing him over, I go from here, over his head, put my other hook in, okay? We're good? All right, let's try it on three. 1, 2.